Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa. Guest interviews spotlighting local businesses, covering important issues within the community no one else is talking, the hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to One Development's News with your host, Mr. Charles Harper, Mr. Molly Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News and News. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, www.kbob899.com, or tuning in to any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Molly Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, December 28, 2022. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can call in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, 2022 is coming to an end. Ooh. There's a New Year's Eve party hosted by Keeping It Real Band. We'll have special guests Kevin Keys, aka Big Country, and Miss V in the studio to talk about the event.
Yep. We'll also talk about the top 10 New Year's resolution, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. What are your resolutions for 2023? Do you have any? Let's talk about it.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are TikTok is being banned in government offices and college campuses. Find out why. The Black community steps up to handle missing Black women in Kansas City. And California has a reparations proposal. Find out what it is. Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development. Y'all hang on. We'll be right back, y'all.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center. We share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also have custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 Avenue, Monday through Thursday to 2 p.m. Is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
I'm Charles Harper, Executive Director of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, Edgerec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is financial stability and infrastructure for all of our community development projects, and I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Executive Director of Operations for World One Development. And monitoring and enforcing protocol for each of our community development projects. I am also in charge of social media for all of our World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I'm also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this show.
Damali Wilson,
What's happening?
how are thou doing today?
You know what? I'm actually pretty good. You know, this weather's kind of going back in the right direction for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was cold.
Boy, we were sub-zero last week,
I
wasn't
know,
we?
hated it.
I know, people pipes busting.
I know.
People roofs caving in.
Exactly. And where was I? At home in pajamas and fuzzy socks.
They was asking me, they said, man, Damali ain't been spotted in 48 hours.
That part.
I was out there with my big old coat on, with my hood on, with my ear muffins on. Because you know
God
what
bless you.
Boy, you got to go through them buildings.
Man,
let me tell you
that's
something.
true.
If you're
Now,
a
that is
build,
true.
if you own a company or organization, you better know you better get out
And check your building.
and check your buildings. If not, you could come back to a flood and maybe no building at all. You
And
know.
that's won't.
But it do feel pretty good, man. People are
Yeah.
out and about, man. I think still people in the holiday spirit.
Yes.
I just love this time of year.
Yes.
People are smiling. Everybody's still riding down the road. I got my bike for Christmas.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. You know,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
riding down. I see the old school brothers with their Kangos
Yes,
on. They
yes,
want to drop their
cool.
top, but it's a little too cold
Just a tad bit.
to drop that top. We got a loaded show today, man. We got a lot of people tuning in, but before we get down to it, we would like to thank and appreciate our first responders, healthcare professionals, food providers, restaurant workers, and essential workers for their services on the front lines during this time. It's great how organizations and churches in the community are coming together to help those during the coronavirus epidemic. Damali,
Yes.
the coronavirus
It's still here.
and the monkeypox
Will you
and the
get up off
RSV
the
and the
monkeypox? I am
SWV.
sick
There's
of
all
it.
kind of stuff out here. The flu is back. Man, it's just, come on now. They need to
Yeah.
give us a break.
But you know what? Flu is very, very bad.
It is right now.
And,
It is.
And black folks, we are #1 target for the flu.
Right.
So, you know, because, you know, we don't go take shots. You know how we do. We don't like shots. And so we ain't going down there because we
I
don't know
know.
what y'all putting in them shots to give us.
I know.
You know, that's how we roll.
Did you get the flu shot?
Negative.
You know what happened? See, I had never the flu shot, but then 20 years ago, we was having Thanksgiving at our house.
Right.
So they was like, get the flu shot. There's gonna be too many people in here. I got the flu shot, and guess what?
You got sick.
I went down like, down goes Frazier. You know what I mean? I went down, had to go to the hospital.
Right.
That was like 20 years ago. I haven't
You
gotten the
said
flu
never
shot
again.
since then. I hadn't
Yeah.
got the flu. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
telling people that if you elderly
Right.
or you got challenges, I'm not telling nobody not to get the flu shot. So
Right.
don't y'all call up here to KBOB because we community radio and we show
Right.
love. Do what you got to do.
Exactly.
I'll say we fairly healthy.
Yes.
So I think if you're getting plenty of sleep and you work out a little bit, drink water,
Take your vitamins.
take your vitamins,
Yeah.
you can survive. But
Yeah.
y'all be
You
safe
gonna be
out
all
there.
right.
You know that?
So before we get started with our show today, we want to solicit your prayers for our sister in Uganda.
Yes.
Barbara. She is the photographer and videographer for Youth for Charity Missions International. And on December 23rd, she was involved in a really bad car accident.
Man,
like
yeah.
really bad. She was seriously injured. And we understand from Pastor Stephen Caperi that she is responding well to treatment and she's doing better. And I see that Pastor Stephen is on the live. He's watching right from Uganda. So hey, Pastor
Hey,
Stephen,
welcome
how are
to the
you?
show. We all the way around the
Yes,
waters
yes.
over there in Uganda. I'm going to say it's probably about 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Yes, okay.
So, Pastor, you're doing a great work over there. We appreciate you tuning in. We got about 350 secret listeners. I don't know why, but welcome to the show. I seen some
Yeah.
helicopters landed. I seen some limousines around the corner. A couple brothers on some 10 speeds.
Right.
I think I know why they hanging around. But anyway, we're going to bring them on in. But the people that I do see is Jeremiah Blackwell. We
Hey,
call him
Jeremiah.
Maestro Sigalo, tuning in from Mississippi. He said, hey, y'all.
Hey.
Cousin said, what's up? Of course,
Hey,
you're
Brenda.
in the bill. Ernestine Broom.
Hey, Miss Broom.
Hey, she's fitting back in. Royalty, you know, influencer, Mr. Leon Fowler.
Hey,
He's
Leon.
in here with your cousin friend,
What's up, cousin?
my
friend?
cousin friend, Teresa.
Hey, older sister, what's happening?
Hey, I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of y'all in here with us today, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we know why you're here. We happen to be streaming live all around the world because
Yeah.
we do have a loaded show. So start sharing this video because we finna get down to the good stuff.
We absolutely are. So 2023, we're going to be spearheading some exciting, going to be a lot of great things. One of us is going to be acting with our missions group over in Uganda.
Yes.
And so we got some great things coming up. You guys stay tuned, but we want to give you a heads up.
Right.
There's a lot of things that we can do. There's a lot of stuff going on right here in Tulsa. So we are going to be doing local, statewide, and national and international missions.
Look at World One
Yeah,
Development.
so we're going to make this happen. So we want you guys to start, getting prepared and understand that there's a lot of stuff because, when we were over in Uganda, I know that a lot of you guys noticed that a lot of the people living in the villages did not have shoes. And a lot of people contacted me and said, hey, how can we send them shoes? Well, guess what? We're working on that. So y'all get ready, get your shoes ready so we can start sending them over there. A lot of people wanted to know how they could support some of the children, because in Uganda, they actually have to pay to go to school.
Yeah.
Unlike in the United States where we go to school for free
from
kindergarten or pre-K through 12th grade, they have to pay for it. It's the equivalent of about $150 a year.
Which is not a lot.
Which is not a lot.
You might pay $1,000.
Exactly. Daycare.
It's just a different world. But let me tell you something I realized just being here locally and then the stuff, different states and stuff, is we are not that different.
Right.
You got the same disparity, the same challenges, it's the same thing.
Right.
And what I realize as we go, we just need to communicate more.
Yes.
So we can help each other out more to make for a better world versus being separated in our own silos, doing our sipping on our little tea and our little sip. I ain't gonna say that on the airway. But anyway, let's look at come together more in 2023, man, and we all live the good life together. How about that?
Yes. Pastor Perry says, sending you our regards. Team members and children are watching and enjoying your show. Hey, everybody. We miss y'all.
But you got to think about this. We here at KBOB.
Yeah.
Uncle Bobby started this 6-7 years ago. Him and Dean and Ramal and the crew. And imagine we sitting here now communicating with Uganda.
Exactly.
From North Tulsa, USA.
Yes.
Let's get to the show tomorrow.
Exactly.
We can get going and can't
all right,
stop.
So y'all make sure you start getting your stuff together because we're gonna be calling y'all because we gotta send some stuff to our family in Uganda. Okay. All right, so today, so we're going to start back our Black History question. So before we get started with our special guest, let me give you our Black History trivia question, okay? So the first woman bank president of any race to charter a bank in the United States was who? Was it A, Angela, B, Annie Minerva Turbo Malone, C, Mary Eliza Mahoney, or D, Maggie L. Walker? Okay, so I'm gonna give you a question one more time. Look, Charles, you don't know the answer, do you?
I sure don't.
Okay, so here we go. Black History trivia question. The first woman bank president of any race to charter a bank in the United States was A, Angela J. Field.
That's A. Okay.
B, Minnie Minerva Turbo Malone.
Okay.
Or C, Mary Eliza Mahoney, or D, Maggie L. Walker.
I'm going with the Turbo Blast. Anybody named Turbo?
Okay, Charles says Turbo. All right, we got two B's in the house.
We got two B's in the house already.
All right, so you guys, figure out what your answer is. We're going to tell you what the answer is at the end of the show. So stay tuned in.
Your cousin friend said it looked like the screen may be chopped a bit. So hopefully, cousin, that works out on our end at all. So I don't know what that is. Mom listening in.
Hey, mommy. It's probably it's internet. Usually that's what happens when the internet's kind of acting crazy.
You know why I'm so excited today?
What?
We got two of our favorite people.
I know.
In the world.
Excited.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Look at that smile. You just showed all 32. How many teeth do we have in our head? Whatever amount of teeth we got.
Yeah.
I said our teeth. She showed them all the way back there to the jawbone joint. Back there.
Right. So, New Year's Eve is this Saturday night.
It is already.
This Saturday night. So, I don't know what you guys are planning on doing, but our guests today have something for the grown and sexy.
What?
They got something for you guys to do, and we're going to tell you about it right here. So, we want to welcome to the show Mr. Kevin Keys, which is our guy.
A.K.A. Big Country.
Big Country up in here. And we want to also welcome Valonda Pinnell, a.k.a.
Miss V.
Yes.
She's here. They didn't send no spokespersons.
Right.
They didn't send kids. They didn't send any. They are in here live, direct. Now, they security is outside. Y'all just start running down here.
Right.
You got to get the tickets later on.
Yes.
But I tell you what, it's been a fast year. Looking for something to do. It's been a tough year. It's been a lot of loss. It's been all kind of stuff going on. So I am you having something that's going to bring people together, something positive, some great energy, all them little dance moves. So y'all get on y'all knees and on y'all ankles.
Get ready.
Get that.
It's 4 days.
Keys Big Country. How you doing, man?
Feel pretty good, y'all.
Well,
Yes. What about you, Miss V? How you
I
doing,
feel
honey?
great.
Yes. Excited?
I'm very excited.
Yes. I'm excited too. I
let's-
cannot wait.
Let's do this, Damani, first, because we got so many people streaming in from everywhere. And we got people driving in from out of state to get here. So,
Right.
Mr. Kevin Keys, tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. Where you from?
From Tulsa, Oklahoma, class of '82 from McLean, Scott.
McLean Scott's in the house.
You went to McLean too, Miss
I
V?
did.
You know, I'm a Booker T. Washington Hornet up in here.
Well, I'm a Hornet.
Me and Bobby.
I'm a scornet.
Oh, you a
Scott
Hornet
and a
and okay, I love that. Okay, yes.
Class of 82.
Yes.
Over there, McLean. This balances it out because you don't know what I deal with Booker T here from week.
Whatever, Bobby. You
You
it
know,
is.
but
There you
Keys,
go.
born and raised in Tulsa.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. That's
So
what's
how
up.
was y'all's Christmas holiday?
Yeah.
Mine was relaxful.
Good.
Relax.
Yes.
Yes.
My grandkids went to Texas for Christmas, so my husband and I had a break.
Yeah.
But I spent time with family, the family that was here.
Right. That's. What about you, Kevin? What you do?
Had a good time. I did a little everything, but most of it was getting prepared for this show. 'Cause
Yes.
my sister's picking. We got everything just right.
I'm not picking.
I want right.
So if y'all don't know, and I didn't know this for a long time, but Kevin and Miss V are actually brother and sister. I didn't know this for
siblings.
a
You didn't know
long
that?
time. No, for a
Yes,
long time.
and he likes to say he's my big brother, but he's my little brother. I'm older than
We'll work it out. He's your
Okay.
little big
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
yeah.
that's
See,
it.
see, I got a little big brother too, so
Okay.
I know how you feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go with that.
Yes. So you're going to be having an event coming up on
Right.
New Year's Eve. You know, so this is like one of my favorite events. And last year I was not able to come to the event because I was sick last year. So y'all come on, pray for me.
No, don't feel bad for her because I was there. And, I took a little time to get my little tea. I said, hey, Damali, don't worry about me
I
and
got it.
JB. See,
Yes.
we was all turned. But
Yeah.
then we do feel bad that you missed it because it
Yeah.
was phenomenal.
So I can say that Kevin does a really good job,
Yes.
you know, and that's why this event is actually one of like my favorite because it's just really a laid back kind of event. So what have you guys been doing to prepare? Who wants to take that question first?
Go ahead, Kevin.
I've been in charge of the musicians and getting the music all right. We've
Yeah.
been working for a while hard.
Yeah.
I got some good musicians and a good show we putting on for Miss V because
I'm picky.
I want the community to see Miss V still got it.
Okay.
Stella still got her groove.
I like that.
She's not getting it back. It never
like
left.
that.
It's what I
Right,
heard.
it never left.
And I know he's getting it back. It's true because I was coming to the event center yesterday, and I
Right.
turned the corner way down on Peoria, and all I heard was boom, boom, boom. I'm not at the event center yet. What is that?
Yeah.
And when I came in, I said to myself, "Hey, that's what you call getting it right."
Yes.
right there. So what can Miss switch it to you?
Okay.
Hey, you gonna be center stage.
That's
the
me.
spotlight gonna be right there. What can all these people? Let me get some quick shout outs real quick. Your uncle is on.
Hey, Uncle Brian.
We got Miss Taylor Locke is on.
Hey, Tamara, where you been?
My cousin Lloyd from Kansas City, he's in the
Hey,
building.
Lloyd.
We got Mr. Gary Lee from the Oklahoma Eagles in
Hey,
the building.
Gary.
Somebody representing Booker T. What up, Hornets?
It's my cousin Fran.
And
Yeah.
Miss Broom said, "Hello, Mr. Kevin Keys. Happy New Year."
It's all right.
So back to the question at hand. It's gonna be lights,
Yes.
camera, and then action.
Let me say, I'm so old school.
Yeah.
Get ready for some grown folks, old school fun.
Hey.
Anybody that knows me knows that, I like to have a good time. And as you said, so many people have, lost loved ones
Yes.
this year. So I'm looking to give an exciting show for people to come out and have a great time. Do a little Janet Jackson.
Yes.
I'm old school.
yes.
I may do a little
That's
Beyonce, but I'm just looking for the people to come out and have a great time. I'm ready to
Yes.
get on the stage and, as he said, show them that
Yes.
Stella got her groove back.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Up in here.
We got Mr. AJ Johnson. He texted. He driving all the way in from Little Rock, Arkansas. He
Hey,
and his
AJ.
wife to hang out. So he's
hang
coming
out
in.
for the show.
So he told me to save him some tickets. Say, don't be talking about he can't get in and he's late. Up on the ticket cost.
Right.
So some of the details: what time does the doors open? What time does the show start? How much does it cost? When can you get tickets? And some of the details.
Right. Doors open at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
8 o'clock.
Show start at 9:15 with the first act. Mm-hmm. First of all, I want to say thank you for Damali in charge,
Yes.
36th Street Event Center, letting us entertain. I think it's our 5th year.
Fifth
Yeah.
year.
And
Wow.
North Tulsa, you know, a lot of things that go in North Tulsa, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you two. So we want to thank God and
thank
thank you all for
you.
letting us perform.
Yes.
And it ain't about me. It's about the love that we show. The show is for my sister.
Yes.
I want y'all to see, so I want to let you know.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, she gonna kill it as always. Cause she one of my favorite local artists. I love watching you
Thank
because you
you.
just are really energetic and you just get up there and give it your all. And like you said, you serious, you old school and it's
Yes.
real.
You got
And-
Christy. Quick shout out to Miss Hall. That's my cousin tuning in all the way from Arkansas. Is in the building with people's coming in. Sharonda Leach Holmes is in the
Yes.
building.
Hey,
the secret people still
yes.
outside. Come on now.
It's about her ticket.
She just bought a
Okay.
ticket.
Yeah.
She said she
Sharonda,
want-
you coming out, girl? What you wearing? What you wearing? That means I'm gonna have to step up my game. What you wearing?
Not you, Queen.
What is you wearing? You know what? And so we have a couple of people who have comments on here, and I'm just gonna read a little bit of this one because it's kind of long. But this is for you. It says, some folks don't know, but Miss V was a community activist in North Tulsa. I used to look at her and say, "Who is this beautiful woman with these cute heels on?"
That's me.
Giving the
here.
powers that be the business. And she said, I wanted to be just like her. She was at all the community meetings, etc. And yes, she can sing. She's intelligent and up to date on all the current and national affairs. I miss her spirit and love my big sis so much. Please let her know that. This is from Christy.
Oh, I love Christy.
Yeah.
Hey, little sis.
Yes. So see, we were telling you that people, perceive you as an activist,
Okay.
and you are out here always speaking up for North Tulsa. And that's
Right.
why people support you because what we say on this radio show all the time is there are many great things happening in North Tulsa,
Yes.
Right.
and it takes people like us to stand up and
That's
speak
true.
up for us.
That's right.
So what do you say to that when people say that
Man,
you
that's
are an
heavy.
activist?
You know,
and-
I knew that people looked at me as an activist.
Yeah.
But I'm so pro my people.
okay.
Yeah.
So pro my
And ain't
people.
nothing wrong with
No,
that.
not that, like you said, that's with it,
Yeah.
but when I see things aren't right, I can't just sit back and not say anything.
Right, right.
So yeah, I'm a big activist.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
know that other people looked at me as that.
Awesome.
And when you think about Christy, that one, she worked with National Geographic. She's in
Yes.
the LeBron James documentary where she
Yes.
works with Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
She teaches. So when somebody like Christy says that,
Carries
you know,
weight.
it carries a whole lot of weight
Right.
because of who she is, Christy.
She's an amazing young lady. I love her.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. Stacy Nichols from Little Rock tuning in, saying, "Hey, Charles and Damali, I hope you both are enjoying your holiday season."
Oh,
we
thank you,
have.
Stacey. We have been, yeah.
Let me tell you this too. With Keys, man, I've been out in North Tulsa working for a little over 10 years, and I'm telling y'all right now, and that's what I love about what Christy said about you. Keys, I don't know how we could do what we do without Keys.
Exactly.
Keys is the brother that we can call at 1 a.m. We can call him at 5 a.m. If it's at Edgerec with the kids, he come through. He makes sure everything's safe and secure. If it's something at the event center, fitting back in, or even personally. So Keys keep the stress levels.
Listen, I done went outside and my whole fence done blew down. And I called Keys. I'm like, Keys, my whole fence is down. And Keys like, I got you, Mr. Molly. I'm on my way. And he come on and get it back up. Him and Coach. Coach Word.
I told Damali for about 5 years. I said, Keys got to be a triplet. I said, because before I just knew Keys, I would see him here doing security, then I see him here cutting some yards, then I'd be painting the house, then he putting the roof on the house, then he over there, then he running for president.
Right.
He's definitely a jack of all trades.
Right.
And you don't. And a lot of times in life, you don't get a good friend.
Right.
An old wise man told me that if you find a good wife or spouse and a good friend, one in your entire lifetime,
Yes.
that you've done good. And the older I get, the more I understand that,
sense,
because
yeah.
sometimes you can think people your friend.
Come on.
And right when you need them the best, most you can't find them nowhere.
Right.
No.
But Keys is not that kind of friend. You know, Keys, he'll go check on stuff when you don't even know it.
Exactly.
True.
Hey, I knew y'all was over there in
true.
Africa. Over there, I seen y'all doing your African dance. So I rolled by the events to make sure y'all was all right. You know, the Keys, we appreciate you for being a real one, man, in every area and every level of life, man. We appreciate that.
So once again, keeping it real band.
Yes.
featuring Ms. V, and you have somebody else that's on the card.
Alan L. Russell.
Alan L. Russell.
He would start the show off
Okay, he's going to start at 9:15.
9:15.
So doors open up at 8.
At 8.
There's going to be a cash bar.
Cash bar.
And the tickets, you can get those at Ralph's Menswear.
Ralph Menswear and Suburban Acres Movie.
Oh,
well,
the
got
guy
to sell the movies and
Yeah,
videos.
And of
Gotcha.
course, from Kevin and I.
Yes.
We have
And then y'all
tickets.
got
Me and Ms. V have tickets.
So what we'll do is we will put the
Food is
contact
catered.
information on our Facebook post after the show, so that you guys know where you can get tickets. And y'all better come on and
Let
be
me-
dressed
Y'all
in
better come on and party
Let me
with
tell
us.
you one of my favorite parts of the show. Let me say that right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna
What-
tell the
what's that?
people something. Y'all
Come
tell
on,
me,
let's
hey,
hear it,
Come on,
Charles.
Charles.
We
What
already
is it?
know.
What is it?
Have you went over there and got you a plate of that food at their party? I'm not playing.
Yes,
I'm telling
it'll
you.
be catered.
Have you ever went and got a plate of that food?
I
It's
have.
gonna feed you to your bone marrow. I'm telling you, you gonna have to sing good. Cause once you eat that food,
Yeah.
you know,
You get-
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
man.
can't eat before I sing.
Yes. You have
to
No,
wait.
I have to wait. So
I
put me a
understand.
plate. Put me
Yeah,
a plate
we
back.
got
Some back, put
Yeah,
some back, yeah. So it's gonna be great food. So you gotta add that. What's the cost keys? Because people trying to borrow.
I'm borrowing from Bobby. Single is $30. Couple is $50. If you don't get no ticket, it's $40 at the door.
$40 at the door. And if they want a table,
They want a table, it's $250, and they get a table with 8 chairs.
okay. So there you
Deal.
go.
It's
Yeah,
not
it
a
is.
better
Yeah.
deal in the
And
world.
And if you need me to bring your ticket, call me at 918-927-6134.
Okay, and he'll bring you a ticket. So he delivering tickets. Okay.
Now, so if you don't get your ticket before, what's the cutoff time where the price goes up at the door? Because you know what happens.
Cutoff gonna be Friday by 6 o'clock in the evening. Friday.
Friday, 6 o'clock. Don't call Keys for no tickets at 6:05 on Friday.
Bobby's like,
Meet them at the door where it'll be more.
right.
So I like that.
And the only way you can get a ticket after that time, you got to call Bobby Eaton at the radio station. He's the only one who can make it happen. Call Bobby Eaton
Bobby.
at KBOB radio station 89.9 FM.
Right.
And I tell y'all, I appreciate if you don't have the address, 1125 36th Street North of where it's going to be, right there on the corner of 36th Street North in Peoria. We're going to have a good time.
Yes.
Grown and sexy. Dust off your Oxford shoes, dust off the yellow suit. Whatever you're going to put on, it's a dress to impress,
Absolutely.
a grown
Yes.
and sexy event where
Yes.
no drama. We've
Yes.
never had no issues. So bring that same energy and be
Yes.
ready to have a good time. And this is how we're going to bring in 2023 because me and Damali going to be there.
We're going to be there. And
Uncle
y'all
Bobby,
know.
you going to be there? Yeah. Uncle
Yeah,
Bobby going to be
Uncle
there.
Bobby.
I'll be there.
See? Yeah.
Okay, but we get any final thoughts for these? We got a lot of people listening. And any final thoughts?
Yes, I got one DJ out of Oklahoma City to come and set the stage on fire.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
DJ AJ will be in the house from Oklahoma City.
Okay.
DJ
Yes.
AJ.
That's
Yes,
your
sir.
That's Miss
Okay.
Freeman.
It's gonna-
That's my son.
Okay. Yeah.
They on the live saying party, 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 party.
We're gonna party.
So DJ AJ is gonna be in the building once again. Hey, thanks, man.
We're
Y'all
excited.
family.
Thank you,
This is
guys.
going to be
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. A great way to kick off the new year.
Yes.
So if you guys don't have anything to do, just come on down. 1125 East 36th Street
right.
North. That's where we're going to be at.
All right, y'all. And tell the people Happy New Year just in case.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2023. Hey, this is KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the news. You can use Media Networks, powered by World Development. Get your tickets. We'll be right back, y'all. Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
What's up, y'all? This is Charlie Wilson, and you listen to KBOB 89.9 FM, Bobby Eaton Show.
When she puts on a dress, you know she knocking them dead. As fine as God can make them.
What's up, y'all? This is Charlie Wilson, and you listen to KBOB 89.9 FM, Bobby Eaton Show.
After all this time, it just gets better, just gets better. Believe better. Believe.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by World One Development, and we are back.
Yes, we are back, and we are super excited. So for those of y'all who are always talking about it ain't nothing to do in Tulsa, okay, so we didn't gave y'all one event for y'all to come to for New Year's. So now we got another one. We got our other peeps in the building.
In the building.
Yes. So we are super excited. You can't hear? Uh-oh. So we are super excited. We got another group of folks that are in here. So we have Miss Kelsey in the building. Yeah, and Dr. View in the building. Yeah, how y'all doing?
Grateful.
Yes. How was y'all Christmas?
Well fed.
Amazing.
Yes. Have a good time. How's your son doing?
Man, he's good. He got all he wanted.
Big.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Got all
Daddy,
he
come
wanted.
on through.
Yo,
Get that baby what
he
want.
posted a little Christmas announcement too.
Oh,
Yeah, we expecting another one.
One more?
Yeah.
Kick it down the door.
Another boy.
yeah, another boy.
A little bit.
I'm in 2022 in my downtime. You know
Right, doing a little something.
Let's do this, man. We got so many people that's tuning in from everywhere. People's coming in from Tulsa. People not just in Tulsa, but these surrounding states is feeling
Right.
like Tulsa
Right.
is hot right now.
It is.
And we
so
are.
what we want to do is let the people know a little bit about yourself first.
For sure.
Yeah. Take it.
For sure, man. I'm Dr. View. I'm the founder, executive producer of the compilation hip hop album that is Fine Little Africa. That was signed to Motown. In 2023, Nasir Jones Hip Hop Fellow at Harvard University. So I'll be actually going to Boston next month. I'll be there for 5 months.
Man.
For a fellowship, and we bringing the whole FILA squad to Cambridge, to Harvard. So excited about that, and now the CEO of what is known now as Dreamwood, which we'll talk about in a sec.
That's
I'm
awesome.
talking about the Molly. You see the smile come out.
know, right? You like,
That's
yeah,
that.
I'm doing some big
Look, she did a little
things.
shake them off. She's doing something over there.
A little bit.
Right.
Miss Kills, what's up? Talk to the people, man.
Man,
People
we
in
in
from
here,
all
right?
over. What's up?
It's awesome too. We're coming here at the end of 2022 because 2022 has been a time of building. Brewing, but myself, Kelsey David, CEO of Collective, we're a software tech company that's a staffing platform between creators and brands.
Yes.
And so we make it super easy for brands to find creative talent. We source talent on demand, get them connected to jobs, photographers, videographers, stuff like that. From Atlanta, Georgia, originally, went to Syracuse for 5 years. Yes, sir. For 5 years, moved out to LA, where we launched the company, got our first early investors in, and then moved out here to Tulsa because God told me to.
Yes.
Actually, right after I met View. And so there were a lot of things back then that were in alignment. And God said, "Come home," and I said, "Yes, sir."
Yes, that's
crazy.
amazing.
You talking about wrapping up a long journey in 1 minute?
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
do
To
that.
the point.
Syracuse real quick for 5 years, slid out to the West Coast for a little bit, hung out with them.
Yes,
learned over
Forbes 30 under 30 along the way.
Yes.
Man.
On top. What
I
else?
met that group at Oasis Fresh Market like about
Forbes
a month
Culture.
ago.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
Forbes
right.
Culture.
Yeah,
I
Forbes
was
Culture, yeah.
so impressed.
Love them.
You
Yes.
know, hung out with them for a little bit. They got back on the charter bus and kept
Yeah.
rolling.
They'll be back next month.
They back, let me know,
Yeah,
man.
awesome.
I want to
Yeah,
catch
shout
up.
out Building in Tulsa. They've been doing
Yep.
a lot of great work with Forbes Culture.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
and they're involved in what we're doing for New Year's Eve too. So,
They involved too.
Yeah. it's all everything is.
So let's talk about that for a little bit. Let's talk about, so what do you guys have brewing? You know, because like I said, you know, when I started, as you know, people are always saying it ain't nothing to do in Tulsa. You know, so we're trying to change that culture. You know, because really there's a lot of things to do. We just don't know about.
Gotta
them,
plug
right?
in.
You know, so
Yeah.
you got to plug in and know what. So what's happening? What do you guys have
even,
going on?
Even before you hopping to dream with like the spirit never died, right?
Right.
Like we've been at it.
Yeah.
Man,
Right,
come
for
on.
generations, right?
Say
Y'all just
that.
got back from Africa.
Right.
You know, it's in the ground, it's in the soil, and it's in us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so for us, we've realized that there are people before we got here, right, who have been doing it. And I think for us, it's a matter of connectivity. It's a matter of access to information, knowledge.
Sure.
And so what we're able to do is be a bridge, and be able to, you know, amplify and empower people so that they can find each other, and so we can get out the way, and people can create. And so View, same way that he had the idea for Fine Little Africa a couple of years ago, that then it ended up creating this huge cultural sensation, got signed by Motown, over 5 billion online readership views, over 6 million streams. All of that came from this vision, right? We know what we're building here in Black Wall Street. We know what's been building. How do we just get the ball to creators, orchestrate that, kind of
Right.
curate that, conduct that, and then be able to launch that and distribute it to the world? And so what we're trying to do is that at scale repeatably so that we can create a creative supply chain and infrastructure here. And so View came up with this concept called Dreamwood and then looped the team in.
Man,
So
it's
what is
just
that?
the name.
I love it. Yes, Dreamwood.
You know, you got
Yes.
Greenwood. We know what happened, you know, 100 years ago. And what I love about y'all, I can tell y'all can feel that. You know, y'all can feel that.
Yeah.
A lot of times people will insinuate, man, the younger generation don't know. They not tapped in. They not. That's different when it come down to the crew right here. You know what I'm talking
We
about?
was raised a little bit better, you know.
A little bit better, a little
Yes.
bit different. They sat down with grandma and ate some collard greens and some yams
just
and
gotta
Some
stay
hot water
open.
some hot water cornbread.
Cornbread, that's real.
Real talk,
Yeah,
real
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but-
tell us about Dreamwood.
Yeah, it's just about alignment, and you know, we learned a lot from Fine Little Africa.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about I mean, it was an educational, commemorative idea
Yeah.
that transformed to a movement that had a label that was backing us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we weren't ready for it. We just
Yeah.
rolled with the punches and made the best out of the situation. But we learned a lot.
Right.
And we learned that if we don't control our destiny and don't move certain organizations or people out of the way, that we just gonna keep this cycle of socialization that we've been doing for.
And the people is ready, the creators is ready, but I don't think the systems, the infrastructure, I don't think the architecture was created in a way to allow it to scale and grow once it was catalyzed.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
So
Sure.
Centennial can come, we can bring in that catalyzation, but here we are a couple years later, we haven't particularly seen the fruits of our labor.
Sure.
And so View's
Sure.
mission is to make sure that that's not the case no more.
So
Right.
it's like taking that same model of getting all the artists, the engineers, the creatives, the graphic designers, photographers, and say, look, let's scale this to develop an ecosystem that we all can benefit from. So you know, I left the powers that be here, and the first thing I did was lawyer it up. I said I'm an IP back.
There you
Yes. Yes.
Shout out
That's
to
it.
the lawyer.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, shout out QK.
Okay.
And so Fila is ours.
Good
Fila is,
job.
it's under,
Yes.
it's under
Good
the,
job.
Everything is us is our 501c3.
Yes.
And Dreamwood is the for-profit entity
Yes.
underneath that. And
Yes.
Fine Little Africa is housed under that umbrella.
Awesome.
So everything moving forward is
Your
for
content,
us,
yours,
by
yeah.
us. Yeah,
Yes.
we control, manage all that content.
Yes.
So yeah, that's really what it is. We telling everybody to come home.
Yeah.
Everybody come home and be a part of the ecosystem that we're building.
Yeah.
And Dreamwood, the New Year's Eve party, is just that first step for
Right.
people to see the people coming together. It's not just Dr. View. It's a Step Simon. It's a Kelsey Davis. It's a Akia Walker. It's folks who are really embedded in the culture here, the folks who are bringing people to Tulsa, but also the people who have been here in Tulsa for so many years. And how do we bridge that gap between so many different folks and generations? And that's what we plan to do.
And and that's one thing I will say is the artists here are like the best kept little secret ever, and it's time for that to go away.
Absolutely.
There are so many dope performers and artists and stuff here that we need to be on a platform.
Hold on. Speaking of that, Keisha's on the live video.
That's my baby.
She said, she like, hey, how can Sabrina be part of the movement?
So my daughter, my youngest daughter, actually raps, and she's trying to find her way. And so we've been encouraging her. So I'm gonna have to hook y'all up.
Yeah,
y'all
what's super cool too is that the motto's everything is us, right? And so what we've been able to do with Dreamwood is create a structure that allows everyone to play.
Yes.
Right? We have this high level vision of what we're trying to do, build Tulsa into this next international culture hub.
Sure.
When we think about what is culture, it's really the things that we're able to create so people can see through the eye gates, the ear gates. What is that? Music, arts, film, right? Theater, dance, right? And so what our plan is to do is not only have these showcases, right? But we want to be able to do summits, right? We want to be able to do accelerators, educational programs, right? We got a PhD leading a vision, right? A big part of this is it's not just a matter of how do we distribute the arts, right? And how do we monetize, but how do we even get to the point where we know how to do that, right? And so that has to be education, right? And so everything that we want to do is, we want to be able to bring the, La Russells, Rhapsodies, like Steph was able to do with Dreamland Festival this past year. But, our goal is to, have a stage for everybody, right? So maybe that stage is a songwriting workshop, right? Maybe that's going to a Dreamwood Summit event where you're hearing people, maybe an AR from Sony, right? Or, these people who can come into the town and give us this knowledge, right? So our goal is to be able to have different ways that everybody can participate. And starting young.
Y'all gotta oblige me for like 1 minute. Please, for like 1 minute.
Sure.
Yeah.
I gotta let Uncle Bobby get on here and tell me something. Only reason why I'm saying that because artists travel the world, musician, all the big stuff.
Yeah.
When it's somebody like you that hears this in this next generation, because they know some levels up. What do you think when you hear this, Uncle? I just got to get your take on it.
Oh man, I'm just elated, about to cry. Because when I see young people really preserving the culture and investing in the arts and putting things forward in 2022 as we head to 2023, it just makes an old man feel good. You know what I mean? Me being a man who's traveled this world several times and played with a lot of old school artists of back in the day, and to see people like Dr. View continue on the movement,
right?
This brother's sharp, and it really gives me a sense of hope that we can continue on, that it's happening. I sit back and I say, "Woo, look at them," you know what I mean? Whereas a lot of people my age, they kind of laid back and they're not really doing too much these days,
right?
But things are still happening, and when you guys come and you guys do what you do, it just gives everybody that hope. Look out.
And we can't reimagine it without the hope that was given to us.
Right.
And so we're very intentional about, not just an ecosystem like Kelsey said, where we just transactions. It's just we really trying to educate. We're trying to recruit. We're trying to retain the talent that we have here.
Sure.
We in the middle of the world.
Man, come on.
Middle of the country. Like there's really no pipeline, no ecosystem in this space.
Yes.
And so it's a real opportunity for folks to really support this movement, this Dreamwood. It's not just a vision. This is something that, we talk about my son who's 5, right?
Yes.
We're really talking, he's in the orchestra program right now.
Yes.
So the ability to take those skills, those experiences, and hopefully matriculate them into a space where Dreamwood is like, this is my thing. Like now we want to reimagine what the world could be like in 2053.
Yes.
And so this is bigger. This is a legacy move, and I'm really grateful to work with some people that really understand that.
Yeah, here's the thing, Damali. It's kind of like we did a show. It was like called Communication Through the Different Generations. We was like the baby boomers, and then we was talking about next generation, Generation Y, Generation G, the baby. We went through all of that, the millennials, and what makes this feel good is I can go from a baby boomer to the millennials
Yep.
because it seemed like it was a gap. Maybe there's no communication. Maybe there's no respect there, and people think that. But we're sitting down here at KBOB Community Radio, streaming live all over the world, and people can see where there is a bridge there.
Yeah, man.
So-
Because this is life. There's life in
Yes,
this table, right?
yes.
Life is independent of age, right? What you look like. You know, when God is at the center and you allow God to flow. I think that allows us to be true creators, right? So I think specifically in a place like Tulsa, Greenwood, that has the history, culturally, you know, spiritually.
Yes.
You know, I believe that when we understand who we are as individuals and then we're able to tap into our creative gift, this is the perfect place to be able to live, to play, and you know, we weren't the first people to believe that. You know,
Right,
people that we
right.
know, the OW girlies, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, shot fruit, they wasn't from Tulsa.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And so there's a cyclical process that I think happens where we have to rely on each other. So it's like we're here to recruit, retain talent so that we can continue to create. But we are also interested and more preliminarily in recruiting and retaining knowledge, right? And that's what's needs to be first for us. So the same way, hey, people gonna reach out because they want to participate. You know, we need y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like we need Bobby, Damali. You know what I'm saying? Like Charles. Like we need the information. We need the knowledge. We can't do this by ourselves.
Let me ask this, because this and this will be my last, because the mom is like, you better let me back in there, because I don't play. You see my water right here, and I don't want that. But I'm just gonna say the aha moment. I mean, we all are educated, and if you go back, I just go to school, stay out of trouble, do this, get your education, do all of that, and these doors are open for you. I ran into an aha moment.
Yeah.
You know, so for the people that missed the hot water cornbread and all of that stuff, speak to your generation, because it's alone, and all they saying, I love it, I love it, I love it. Syracuse, you actually are a doctor. You Dr. View, but you are PhD doctor.
It's not just a name.
So for some of the young and old, what was you went to Syracuse, so what was your aha moment? And then I'll go to Dr. View. What was your, man, this is something different. Man, I done did all of this, but I don't have a vehicle to get to where I'm going.
You know, it's crazy because even before I was a academic, I'll say I was a hooper. I played basketball.
Yeah.
I had
I can
won,
see that. Yeah, I can
5,
see
6
that.
state
She
championships.
got a little game.
I was getting letters from like UNC in 7th grade. Like, you know, that was the pathway for me. And so God told me very clearly to stop early in high school. And that's something that I was obedient to. I didn't know at the time what the reason was for, but there was this space that he had for me, and all these skills, these gifts, this leadership that I was able to learn on the court, the way I was a 1 through 4, so I was a guard, small forward, young guard. So I understood how to see a defense and then how to lead, okay, there's 2 minutes left, we down by 4, how do we handle this situation, right? And so for me, God then gave me film and creativity. So for me, I ended up going to Syracuse, one of the best communication programs in the world. And so I went there for 4 years, got my bachelor's of film, minor in entrepreneurship, and then ended up getting my master's in entrepreneurship. And for me, you know, and you can speak to this deeper. He's a doctor here. I'm soon to come, but not yet. You know, for me, it was never, you know, oh, I want to get this piece of paper. Oh, I need a master's in entrepreneurship to go be an entrepreneur. Like I was an entrepreneur in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to do that, right? But I do believe that when you have access to certain knowledge, information that allows you to break past certain things that you just can't do without it, right?
Sure.
That can be literally reading a book. That could be putting yourself in the middle of an ocean, right? That could mean being in an environment like a Syracuse where I have access to certain alumni network, right? I have access to studios on demand. I have access to free equipment. So if I was already doing what I was doing in Atlanta without these resources, without these connections, and I can go to college without having to play basketball, which is an all day, every day, full-time thing, I now have the space, the time, and the resources to actually do what I want. Right. So for me, it makes sense to go to a Syracuse. Now, I'm gonna have kids one day. It makes more sense for them to, you know, they 18, you know, maybe they started a business at 16, they already starting to make, you know, maybe, you know, a couple thousand in revenue. Like I may be like, yo, I'll give you your first 10K, spend this over the next 365 days. Tell me what you're gonna do. Let's call it a gap year, but now you have the space, time, and resources. Right? So I think that's really more so what people need. And honestly, as a black person, as a queer person, as a young person, I will say that the more access to knowledge, information, documentation that you can get earlier, it does help you along the way, right? And so I do think that things like academia can also just be a helpful, defensible toolkit thing to have additionally as well.
Damali, throw that in the time capsule.
I know, right? Right.
We're going go ahead.
Yeah, punt that to Dr. View. Same question.
I think a lot of people question like what is freedom, and I think it's hard to answer that question. But I think when you don't have security, You figure out what freedom is, and you know, this past year, me deciding to step away from the foundation,
Man.
and to stand on something. And
Let's talk about it.
Man, I know.
It's been scary. It's still scary, and but I do know that the culture is always there. Hip hop for me has always been there.
Yes.
DJing has sustained me in this year. Like DJing alone and community has sustained me. So my aha moment was I was so invested on getting it perfect, getting it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making sure that the town was proud of the product Fine Little Africa.
Right.
When in reality, the issue was lack of communication and access to information.
Yep.
The knowledge. People want to understand why we're doing what we're doing, why we're moving the way we're moving. And when you don't have...
We got the knowledge now.
We got the knowledge now. So now that we have the experience, we're able to articulate it in a way that people understand it so that they can participate in what we're doing. You can't get that in an academic book.
Yes.
Life experience.
Some stuff is, you know, this theory to action, to practice. Like sometimes you just got to go through it.
Yeah.
And so I think the aha moment for me was God giving me the space to be and create and find my people.
Yeah.
From my village.
Yes.
And allow the spirit to do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And be patient and being okay with that, which I wasn't. It was more like, okay, I've failed. Now I got to find my next move, and then I'm getting so many no's that I can't. Now I'm confused. I got this terminal degree.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I've done the work.
Right.
Like, what do you want from me? Like, truly, what do you want? Where do you want me to be? Where do you want me to go? How do you want me to move? Like the internal work of asking those questions.
Yeah.
On the flip side of being able to apologize to certain people about how you treated them.
Yeah.
And that, like the frustration.
Also, once you got that knowledge, you gotta it's holistic. It's 360.
Yeah.
You can't get it and just go one way. You gotta
you gotta make it right.
So this everything is us. It's bigger than just a tagline. Us saying come home is bigger than that. It's everything is on us to make this the reality that we want to see. And so
we got the models for it now.
Yeah.
It's there, man.
You know what? I am so proud. Like I'm sitting here like y'all are my kids, and I'm just so proud of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not often that people get this reality that you guys have, and being able to articulate it so that others, like you said, can follow. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people
also
out
having
here.
the mediums to be able to articulate.
Right.
Absolutely.
And even to that point, everything is us, right? Like we need everybody to play our part in your role.
Yes.
Right? Like even to the mission of like everything is us, but whom are you?
Yeah.
Right? As an individual, right?
Yes.
And chalk that up with God and purpose and family and then fall in line to that.
Yes.
Right? You guys do that on a daily basis. You've done that your whole life.
Right.
Man.
And so
Absolutely.
because we are doing that, we have the space to collaborate.
Right.
We have the space to come together and to connect, and I believe that's the mission across the board.
Yes.
I got somebody because it's so many people chiming in. My apology, y'all. They went too deep. I was under the water. I was like, let me up. Patricia Griffin is on. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
And then someone said, peace of mind is priceless, which is true. One say you teach people how to treat you, and that's challenging. A challenging journey sometimes.
Yeah.
This will be my last thing, Damali.
Didn't he say that a while ago?
I know that's what preachers
He
do.
did.
Give me one more minute. It's my last one. This is it for real because this is my most important point.
Right.
So Damali and I, we went to London and we went to Africa.
Yeah.
So then when I come back and I hear Fire Little Africa, it sounds a little different to me only because I went to Uganda and we went with people that look like us to Uganda into a village that nobody have never went to ever. And we stayed there in the village, not the modern side, in the village. And they're listening right now. So you got kids, about 30, 40 kids, and probably about 15 people about you guys' age listening right now because they hopeful that people like us can connect
Like
with
y'all.
people with them. They're like, y'all.
Yo, what's up, family?
What's up? All the way in Uganda working with
No,
kids.
but I mean, even to the mission of, and I'm actually going to be on the continent in a couple of days. I'm going to Accra, Ghana for the Black Star Line Festival.
Yes.
And even to that point, right, Marcus Chris Garvey, right? Top of 1919, which is also the top of Red Summer. He launched the Black Star Line, right?
Yes.
What that was an inclusive, integratable model where anyone who was interested, whether you were an engineer, you know what I'm saying, like whatever it is that you did, you had the opportunity to come participate.
Yes.
It's like, hey man, we don't have the literal ability because of our race to integrate in terms of commerce, sports, transportation internationally. So we're going to flip the slave trade on its head, and we're going to now transact with people who look like us across every continent in the world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
At the same time, what was Tulsa doing? There were more black millionaires in the United States of America in Greenwood and Tulsa. We've had the model. Yes. Like there's this diasporic, honestly, like unification that's happening right now. We're all coming
come back
home,
around.
you know, in a circle. So, you know, we all need each other, you know what I'm saying? More importantly, we just need to come together.
And this is something the Molly just said earlier, because we've been doing this local stuff for like 12 years. We've been going national for like 8, and now we just went international, and we bridged them all because we know how to build it. So the four we got that piece. So all of the attorneys in legal and CPAs, we've hit that bridge.
That's the thing. Now we know it's like, okay,
that's where you start.
That's where you start.
That's the kickoff.
And that's what this show has been so important because that's what we've been trying to teach our people is, you know, we get caught up in doing the work. And then
it's
someone
ancestral.
else.
Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like even in the context of labor, everything, it's like, man, even if I know I don't have the contract, or even if, you know, master or whomever is saying, hey, I'm gonna get this ahead of time, but I don't really have that security. It's in our nature to still create,
to make it
right,
work.
and to just do, fix, solve, build, create, right?
Absolutely.
And so I think, you know, we literally in the context of knowledge, now we have knowledge. We're starting to get this level of freedom to where it's like, okay, we have to love ourselves enough to pause, and to protect what we know the value is.
Let's do this, Damali. Dr. View, the people in Uganda, they dream of life for whatever reason. It's America. It's like the biggest thing. And they put one thing.
All I want to do is go over there.
Hey, there you go. When I got there, I knew why I wanted to go there. The culture and whatnot. I can tell you, for me, it was like the Matrix. Like when they said, welcome home, welcome to Uganda. It's like somebody plugged. It's like something just happened, and it stayed there the whole time I was there. But because they're listening in, because they ready to come here, you ready to go there. So just something to encourage them, because the ticket is it's going to be much easier for you to get there than for them.
We're gonna make
to
it
get
happen.
here.
First of all,
so tell the people something. Just
because I'll just tell you this before you guys
start.
that I was able to sit with 5 young women. They ranged in age from 17 to 24.
Right.
And I'm telling you, when I asked them, what is your dream? Okay, so one of them wanted to be a doctor. Two of them wanted to be lawyers. The other one wanted to be in fashion, and then the other was kind of on the fence. Like, I'm not really sure what I want to do. But all of them said, my number one dream is we want to come to America because there's so many opportunities. You know, so you guys speak to that as young people here in America, you know, and knowing about, you know, our African culture. Speak to that.
I always every day being sacrificed.
Mm.
You know, this, you know, basketball analogy, Chelsea can take 1,000 shots in the same place. That's sacrifice to me, because that's just one area. But if she takes 1,000 shots in 1,000 different places,
wow,
that's obedience to me. And so I think the obedience comes from like discernment, my intuition, like the spirit. Sometimes it is an academic thing that we have to do, but sometimes, particularly with my work, you know, a non-traditional dissertation in the form of a hip-hop album, that is crazy, that is unheard of. But when you allow your spirit and you be obedient to what God has given you, the vision, that opens up so many doors. And so I think the obedience is the most important thing. It's like, if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be a doctor, figure out what that is, but carve out enough space for you to be obedient to how you make this your own thing.
And then those will provide, I believe, the opportunities that are the opportunities that you want in the long run as well.
Yep,
Like I think that we all try to do a lot of things. We may see, oh, here's this person over here. Oh,
Yeah.
here's what I see or what I hear or what I read, and so I want that. When it's not directly, even maybe our spirit's not even really calling for that thing, right? It's more so our mind or our body. We crave it more so, right? And I believe that whatever it is that this gift is, you're saying, hey, they want to be a lawyer. They also want to be able to get to this continent. It's like, correct me if I'm wrong, you've never been to the continent, right? Yeah. So it's like my first time was last year, right? And to their point of saying, yo, my number one dream is coming to America. View's dream is going to the continent. Everything that View's doing right now, for real, in the context of I'm falling in alignment, I'm just do what I'm doing, Dream, etc. I know for a fact that Dream was going to bring View to the continent, right?
Sure.
And I believe in a similar but different way, once we're all in that alignment, even if it's through us at this table right now, they can get to the continent.
Yeah.
Like the level of, you know what I'm saying, like access, like, yeah, we got to find a resource, we got to find, etc. But the bridges exist.
Yes.
There
Right?
you
And so
go.
we do have the ability at this more so point. It's what is the intention, and then where do we want to place that energy?
Yes.
Right? And are we on one accord in relation to that? Then it's very
See, you
rapid
said
for things to
the
happen.
bridge. You said the bridge exists.
Yes.
Because we're talking to them and they listen to us and communicating with us. So that's creating a bridge. Because it's gonna happen.
It's gonna
we know
happen.
that.
So
Go
let
ahead.
me give you another one.
Yeah.
My favorite movie, and I actually got a project coming out, but my favorite movie is The Last Dragon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
And the thing that I've been looking at lately is that, you know, Bruce Leroy went all around New York, Harlem,
Right.
Yeah.
figuring out who was the master.
Right.
And all he had to do was look within.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
But what I also noticed at the end is, even though it was a joke, he said, can you teach me some moves? And
Right.
the way that I take that is, a master still has a lot to learn
Wow.
from his people.
Yes.
So what I would also say to them is that, yes, you're going to come to America. Great. I'm not going to stop you from that. But make sure you look within and make sure that you're still learning and giving back to your community. Like at the continent, in Africa. So I think that's the biggest piece of with Dreamwood is like, it's Kelsey, 30 under 34. I mean,
Right.
she's done X amount of things. She don't have to be here.
Yes.
She don't have to. Like, you all don't have to do what y'all do every day, but
Right.
y'all give into the community. Everybody is a last dragon, is a master in their own right. It's like, how do we get all those in the same space and create a system where we can control it and enjoy it and be free at the same time? And that's essentially what Dreamwood is. It's like getting the last dragons together and getting the last dragons in training,
Yes.
ready to go, so that they too can be able to lead when we be old and never. So,
Yeah.
you know,
And we're better to do here.
Yes. Absolutely.
Damali, you know what I realized?
What's
we
that?
had them come on because they had the event. You see how we did?
I know, right?
You see how we
Talk
do?
about everything.
See, that's
but
the thing about we
like,
tell our
we got-
story our way. We don't regularly. Bobby can say, y'all get up out here. Now, y'all said 15, 20 minutes, but
Hey, y'all was talking about what y'all want to talk about.
My,
People love
listen,
it.
my daughter said you so smooth. She's like,
so smooth. So, okay, we got an event coming up because we got more to come.
Yes.
So don't worry, y'all. We're going to be hooked up. We're going to hook up all these things to make them all happen.
Yes.
We're going to create that. But y'all got a huge event that's kind of welcoming people to what it is y'all been talking
Yes.
about. What we got going on this weekend.
I mean, it's New Year's Eve.
New
Year's
Eve.
We throwing the Dreamwood party.
Yes.
If y'all are familiar.
Come home.
if y'all are familiar with the Temptations movie, y'all remember the part when David Ruffin became a part of the group during that New Year's Eve party?
Yes.
That's essentially that's when everything started to unfold and come together for the Temptations, and that's
Yes.
essentially what Dreamwood is like. Hey, we bringing the all stars, we're bringing the David Ruffins of the world to this
Yes.
space, and we saying, hey, we want the community to give their stamp of approval to Dreamwood. Like, this is for us, by us, but we can't move without their approval. And so we definitely just showing the beauty of that, the blackness of it,
Yes.
holistic blackness, and we're just gonna have a good time New Year's Eve and turn up.
Yeah, man, we'll have views spinning
Yeah.
all night.
Of course.
I done-
Yes.
We done experienced them. We already know what time it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like we know.
Premier
Look,
producer,
yeah,
DJ.
It's going down.
This is what he did to me because I didn't know. It was my first time here. When he
Yeah.
finished,
Like,
I looked at him.
who
Look,
is
that's what he did, Damali. He ain't say nothing. He said, "I know. I just did too."
Yep.
Another day in the office. You know?
Right.
Day at the office,
Yeah,
just like
talk
that.
about some of the artists, the lineup we got.
Yeah, we got the illustrious T Rush performing.
Yes, my girl, T. Rush.
We got
Yo,
some-
she just opened up a new spot, even
Yeah.
to the context of Dreamwood, right? Like,
Yeah.
bro. When you have creators who have the ability to create, bro,
Right.
look at what they do. dog.
Yes.
So T-Rush has got her own spot, south of downtown,
My
I
Tea Lounge.
believe. Yeah, my
Tea
tea
Lounge.
lounge.
what's
My Tea
up.
Lounge.
She's
Okay,
selling at,
that's what's
Gotta
up.
check it out.
Get your sea moss.
Yo,
Get your sea moss.
right.
That's what's up.
But yeah, we got T-Rush, we got OTSJ Honcho.
Yes.
Who is
Yo, he running it.
Man,
Yes.
he is
Hottest.
something else.
Yes.
the hottest thing in the town right now. As well as Young Quan, shout out East
Yeah.
Tulsa.
Yes.
And then we got the illest live KO out of Enid, Oklahoma. She's doing
Enid,
crazy.
Oklahoma?
Okay.
But
Come
yeah,
on.
she's one of the best, if not the best, woman MC in the
Yes.
state. For sure,
Man.
for sure.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Yes.
About the night. And it's just gonna be dope.
Yeah, man, open bar.
Yes.
You know,
Open
20
bar.
and up all night.
You see
Yes.
ticket costs, doors open.
Yeah, $30 tickets. Or today, actually, we just launched promo codes. So we got a group ticket rate, so 5 people for $100, or it could be 1 ticket for $30. So go get your tickets now. The party is on Saturday. Doors open at 8. Show starts, I believe, around 9:30ish. Yeah, man, and also we got some stuff dropping that night. So if you want to hear some never before heard, some Last Dragon.
Got some surprises
Yes.
up in there
We
too.
got daycare
sure.
too.
Daycare.
Oh,
Daycare?
let's talk about it. Yo,
Shush.
listen,
Come on,
hey,
Come on with it.
everything is us, man.
Yes, I love
We got daycare here, Kia Cole,
Yep.
Kia Walker. She's
Yes.
doing rates, and she's also doing a group rate. So if you get a Dreamwood ticket for New Year's Eve, and then you also do the daycare, it's $25. So
Yes.
$50. You know what I'm saying? Open bar.
They pick up
drop
their
your
child
kid
the
off.
next morning
Hey,
at 9 a.m.
Yep.
What?
What? Come
See,
on
that's
now.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
So we got I want to do this just because Pastor Caperi just jumped on.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because when we went there, we had a youth day. About
Yes.
600 youth showed up. And you're not sitting here thinking about these two in the Fire in Little Africa going on, because who would engage with? Just imagine you come around the corner,
Yeah.
you got 600 youth and they dance. Our tongue fell out after 15 minutes. They went on to 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
But Pastor Caperi, thanks for tuning in, man. We sitting here with Dr. View and Kels, man. And hey, we done got a bridge.
Yes.
So we coming over. We'll let them take care of the youth, and we'll hang on to the young adults, and we'll mix it up a little bit too. But he said, "Great show, team."
Yes.
So we appreciate
Yes.
that love. So y'all get ready. It's going down.
It's going down. So
This
we got
Saturday.
something for the grown and sexy,
Yep.
and we got some for the young folk.
I'm going to both.
But it's really, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
It takes two.
Look.
I'm
Right side.
You're right.
Yeah.
We're like the 45
And
minutes.
it's also it's at Skyline Mansion, which is super important.
Address.
Yes.
Right, so it's at Skyline Mansion, 620 North Denver Avenue. Skyline Mansion, you know what I'm saying, used to be home of Tate Brady.
Yes.
Runner of the Clan, destroyer of Greenwood.
No, no,
Yes.
So Dreamwood took it over, Black Man took it over. Shout out to Felix, shout out to Steph.
Felix
and,
Jones.
and we going up to
Yes.
launch Dreamwood and Skyline.
Yes.
Where do people follow? Whatever you want them to follow. It's a lot of people on personal, business, Dreamland. Tell them where to follow.
Yeah,
you guys.
for sure. So for Dreamwood, follow at Fire in Little Africa. You know what I'm saying? We just swooped up Fire in Little Africa, so we're going to be doing a lot more things to make sure that we can spin up things right with Fire in Little Africa. You can follow at Dreamland Tulsa, Dreamland Festival, also product of Dreamwood. So stay tuned for more fest stuff next year. Of course, follow at Dr. View 1.
Yes.
Follow everything for View. And then you can find me at Directed by Kels.
All
Boom,
right.
and we'll put that. We'll do a picture and we'll
Yes.
post all that so they can just click on the link.
Yeah.
Hey, let the people know Happy New Year. Give them something and tell them Happy New Year before we let y'all go.
View, what you got?
Man, I'm just grateful. I'm just
Yeah.
grateful to be alive. I've lost a lot this year, so I would just say, we just gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
We just gotta keep leaning into our emotions and just allowing like the spirit just to do what it do. So,
Yeah.
when I'm weak, then I'm strong.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we gotta move. Just
Yeah.
gotta move. That's what
Yeah.
I would say. Happy New Year. Love y'all.
Tulsa, I love you. Thank you for welcoming me with open arms this year. Just moved out from LA, and God brought me home. So super excited to be here and excited to serve, man. So wherever I can serve, wherever can serve, y'all know how to find us.
Yes.
Just
All right.
The Molly?
We love y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. The work that you're doing, and you make me proud. Because there's hope. Sometimes you think, man, I don't know what this generation
We be
got
having them
going
days
on.
too. Trust me.
I'm like, oh Lord, help me now. But you guys are doing phenomenal work, and I am so thankful for the growth I'm so thankful for the aha moment, because now you can reach the people that we can't reach. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate you being willing to share your talent and sharing your experience,
Right.
With this younger generation, and creating space for this next generation to be able to grow and flourish. So I'm excited about what is going to happen with you guys. I just don't know what's. I'm just so proud of y'all.
Let's just say this,
proud.
man. I don't hear all the hearts and thumbs up and keep up the great work and love my people and under all that is going. But we got to take a little break because Uncle Bobby gonna ask me for some money in my account. It's not quite ready yet. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We love y'all.
Yes.
The filming lady, everybody else. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network. How about World One Development? Coming up next, we got the top New Year's Eve resolutions. Are you losing what? Putting it on or letting it go? We'll be right back, y'all.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Have you heard? Lowdown, Tulsa's premier live music club, is back and better than ever. Lowdown, formerly known as Duet Jazz Club, brings live music, comedy, community jazz jam sessions, and more music right to the heart of the Tulsa Arts District. Lowdown's speakeasy-style listening room and craft cocktail bar offers a unique, one-of-a-kind experience where every seat feels like the front row. Ready to start listening? Visit lowdowntulsa.com for tickets and details.
Hello, Tulsa. This is Janetta Tolles with Sunday Dinner and More by Janet, your weekend soul spot. Every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. We're located 531 East Apache in the historic Apache Circle Center. Of course, during these times, it's carry out only. Can call 9951-5143. That Dinner and More by Janet.
Searching for ways to grow your business? Or perhaps you would like to invest in Tulsa's African American community. The Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce is a great place to start. The chamber was created to serve and increase the visibility of needs in our community. It is an umbrella organization for local businesses, the Tulsa Juneteenth Festival, BWS Black Women in Business, and the Grassroots Economic Development Fund known as BWS The Power Group. For more information about the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce, donate to the Power Group, visit bwschamber.com.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Continue to support the mission, giving a voice to the voiceless. And donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chilling.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the all-new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is?
Hump Day!
Hump Day! It's Hump Day!
Hey, Mike. It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on News You Can Use.
Mike. It's the Hump Day Hot Topics up in here.
Man, dreamland, baby.
Man, Dreamwood.
Dreamwood.
Yes.
Fine little Africa.
So excited. You know, just a breath of fresh air.
Here's the ticket. Great things are happening in
all the
this
time.
weekend. You got something to do, and it has a purpose behind it.
And
it's
if you
a
don't
movement
know,
behind it.
now you know.
Cousin Jube got on.
Hey, Cuzzo, what's happening?
He's in the building. Stacy said, Happy New Year to you too,
yes.
my
Hey,
Sarah.
Stacy. Yeah.
Let's get into these New Year resolutions. You know how people do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm finna start working out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna stop drinking. Oh, I'm gonna stop smoking. Oh, I'm gonna stop doing something for the New Year's.
I actually pulled the 10 most popular New Year's resolutions. So we want you guys to tell us what are New Year's resolutions.
What is y'all? Oh, we're gonna start with you.
I really don't ever do resolutions. I ain't even gonna. I a long time ago I learned that, you know what Maury said, and that is a lie.
I can tell you what I do. I do sit and do my goals and my vision for 2023. So I don't think that may not fall under the resolution, but I definitely create my goals and what I'm gonna be doing and the fat that I'm gonna cut off and the meat that I'm gonna keep.
Yeah.
As a new year. But if you had to have a resolution, what would it be? We got to get people at least one because we asking them to throw in one.
So I would say if I had to do a New Year's resolution, I would say it would probably be to make sure that I have my stuff in order more. And what I mean by that is, you know, we lost a lot of powerhouses in 2022.
Right.
To accidents, Sherry Gamble Smith, Terry McGee, Dean Finley. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Midget. Now, he may have had all of his stuff together because he knew, that his end. But, these other folks, they, were just kind of like unexpected.
Right.
And so I don't want to create any additional stress on my family to try to figure out where my stuff is, what bills I have, and all of that. If I have insurance, if I don't, do I have a burial policy? I don't want to do all that.
What makes what you say real is back during Super Bowl Sunday. Mm-hmm. That makes like the reality.
Yeah.
Bobby got a call. I got a call. Was frantic because Damali's still here. Damali gone.
Right.
But that just makes what you say real. That at any time any of us could be gone. So you just saying having your stuff in order. Your cousin Jude was like, man, I want to make more money and love on my family more.
Right.
That's a good one. I would definitely say I have to spend more time with family.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's, man, the whole community is my cousins and my family. But in terms of, like my siblings, I got to call them more. I got to spend more time with my sisters and my brother. My grandbabies, I kind of get them more, but I think I still need to do a little bit more with my family, kids, all of that.
And I think for us, that's always a thing, because we do so much. And so many people pull on us, in community just because of the nature of what we do that we've been blessed to do. And so that's always, like I always say that, this is happening, but I can't go because we got an event at the event center, or we got this going on, so I can't this or that, so I really do try, to carve out, some time. But yeah, trying to do a better job of that as well.
Keisha said, "Believe in myself more, support and show up for me."
You better say that.
That's deep. That's right.
real.
Because sometimes it's like, let me look out for me.
Yeah,
Because
first.
a lot of times we can look out for so many other people, and the thing that'll get you most is when don't nobody look out for you.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. That's good, Keisha.
that's a
Good.
weird little balance, but that's
So-
a good one. So we're gonna get to what the nation, the national, or international is saying. Y'all
Yes.
keep letting us know what your New Year's resolution is, and we'll keep reading it. But Molly, let's get to this top 10 so we can get out of here in like
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Okay, so top 10. So first of all, New Year's resolutions, I found out that 75% are successful one weekend. However,
Molly, you did the whole thing. 75% is only good for a week.
Then 6 months in, 46%.
Okay,
of
so
the
you
people
showing.
are
Let me tell
still-
you. Let me tell you something right now. When I go to the gym on Monday, you ain't gonna be able to get on the machine,
Right.
and it lasts about a week. As soon as people feel that soreness,
Right.
I don't
Like,
see it
I'm
no
over.
more.
It's
It's
over
almost
with.
like
The
Easter
party
Sunday.
over.
It's almost like Easter Sunday.
So 75% are successful one weekend. So that means out of 100%, 25% then dropped off.
Right off the top.
After the first
Y'all
week.
hang in there. We're gonna increase that.
6 months later, 46% of the people are still in. So about half,
Right.
that's about half, are still in with their New Year's resolutions. So let's start at the bottom. Number
go.
10.
Hey, y'all.
Number 10.
See if y'all can guess some of these. We got so many people on. If you can guess the top 10 New Year resolution, we finna go through them.
So number 10 for 2023 is to read more.
Man, I do think about reading more. I do
yeah.
want to read the Bible more.
Yeah.
To be honest, like
Yeah.
things that can increase my knowledge. So
Yeah.
I got to start reading more.
You know what? And it's funny for me. Like, when I start reading, for whatever reason, I get sleepy. I don't
get
care
sleepy
what
every
I'm
time.
reading.
I say, nobody but the devil.
I know, right? Just get sleepy and want to just fall out.
I think if I read the Bible in the morning,
Yes.
then I don't get sleepy. But if I try to make it my last, so I got to make my last first. I got to read it when I get up and I'm fresh and do my 30 minutes. I might move on.
So that's one of the things they
Read
say
more.
about
read
reading.
something. We're not telling y'all got to read the Bible. But
Exactly.
Read it.
But what they're saying about reading more is that you need to come up with something measurable.
Right.
So instead of saying, "Oh, I'm going to read 12 books," then just say, "Hey, I'm going to read for 15 minutes per night
That's what
or
I said,
per morning,
15 minutes.
Or I'll read 10 pages per night." Then you'll be more likely to stick to your goal.
Hey, knowledge is power now.
Yeah. So, and we want to make sure that things are not hidden in
What's
books.
number 9?
Number 9, travel more.
Man, I traveled a lot. I might be all right with the traveling, but some can be boggled down on a job. You can be boggled down just with people, kids, and you can be like, man, I haven't traveled nowhere since I had these kids.
Right.
Or I haven't traveled nowhere since my grandma or my mama got sick or my friend or my
Right.
dad. So I think that's a big one.
So one of the things that they suggest is traveling doesn't mean leaving the country or an expensive trip.
Right.
There's plenty of interesting sites and attractions within a few hours drive. If you can, get there and see those as well.
Sound like Branson.
Right.
Just
So
go
you
down,
can just
run.
go where
If you in Tulsa, just run down to Branson. It's about 2.5, 3 hours,
Right.
and it's like that's a nice spot
there's
to go.
stuff like the Blue Whale over in what is it, Tulsa. There's different things around that you can just go and take. And I used to take my kids on little small trips because I had too many kids. I had 3.
Like the
not-
boarding states, going like
Yeah.
to Little Rock, Missouri,
Yeah, just-
Texas.
yeah.
It's a little 2-3 hours
2-3
away.
hours,
Find
you
you a
know.
little spot. Okay,
Yeah.
that's number 9.
Okay, so number 8, spend more time with family and friends. We've already
I
said that.
just said that. I got to let it last more than a week. They said 1
right,
week, 75%.
1 week, 75%. All right, number 7, quit smoking. I'm so thankful I never picked habit.
Yeah, I don't have to work with that. But the friends that I know, they've been trying to stop smoking since
For
they've been
years.
smoking. So that's tough. So
Right?
maybe next show, when we have Dr. Andre Furdu, we may have him. What are the best ways or methods to stop if
Right.
you really want to stop?
If you
because
really wanna quit,
that affects
yeah.
your health.
All right, number 6, save more money or spend less money.
Hey, they sound the same to me a little bit. I think what you do, get your money and then say, okay, if you tithe, I tithe an offering.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, that's fine. That's your personal. This is what I save and this is what I spend. You just come up with a system and stick to it.
One of the easiest ways that they suggest in order for you to save money is to have it auto drafted out. So that like the first couple of months or so, it might be a little shock, but then after that, you used to it. And so it's pulled out and you don't even think about it no more.
Let me tell you why most people don't be able to save money that
What's
I
that?
find out.
What's that?
They allow other people emergencies to become theirs. So just right when notice right when you got some money, people knock on the door. Oh man, I'm going to lose my car today. Can you please let me hold $300-400?
Yep.
I'm going to pay you back taxi. Or something comes up. So you got to be careful because money has like a little spirit to it. Because when you be broke, don't nobody ask you for nothing.
Right.
It's in like soon as you get $5.
Mama
stuff
Mia,
happens.
she told me this a long time ago. She and she learned this from one of her friends in the Nation of Islam. And what she said was that don't ever loan people some money that you can't afford to get back.
Hey, that's
You know,
fair.
so if you give to them, it ain't really a loan. As I'm giving it
All
to
right, here
you.
you go.
You know, if you give it back to me, thank
God
God.
bless
But
you.
if you don't, okay, well,
And
it's good. I'm good.
And you're probably gonna keep more friends that way, because how many
Yeah.
friends do you lose because they don't pay you back?
Exactly.
You know, and it'd be something like $1 too, something crazy.
Right. Number 5, live life to the fullest.
Hey, I agree with that, boy.
Yeah.
It's been crazy lately, so live it
So it
up.
goes back to what Keisha's talking about. You know, do for you. You know, you
Yeah.
don't just. It doesn't have to be. Restricted.
I agree
you
with
know.
that.
Number 4, learn a new skill or a hobby.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm doing this year. I turned 50, so new skills and hobbies. I am finna start cooking more.
Oh God.
Somebody bring me a saxophone. I might have to go catch up with Omar or
not-
somebody.
Bobby, you hear this? He gonna start
Man,
with the saxophone.
I'm going
Oh
with
God.
the saxophone.
You need to call Verl. You need to call Verl and see if he can help
That's
you
right.
out.
I'm gonna call Burl. I just want to be level 1. I want to be a level 1 saxophone
Just
player,
blow.
and I want to be a level 1 cooker. A
Okay.
basic breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm
Okay.
just starting basic, y'all. Don't call me for no 5-course, 13
You don't want
course
to do
meal.
gourmet like City
I'm
Councilwoman.
going,
She
I
do
ain't
too
calling her for 10 years. I'm starting at a basic level 1. If you call me, I can make you breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Right.
But it's a
Period.
simple.
Yes.
No extra seasoning. Oh yeah, give me some of that Louisiana. None of that. Just regular.
Just regular.
That's where I'm starting this year.
All right, number 3, get organized.
Man, sure. All of us, I think, can get a little more organized.
Man, yeah, it get rough on the block, and
organize your
especially in
life.
our world, because we be blowing and going so much until sometimes that's a challenge.
That's a big one.
But this is what they said. The old phrase is messy room, messy mind.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you want to get organized, and I do feel like sometimes I'll be like, no, today I am cleaning up because I cannot take it another day, because I feel like if my surroundings are a mess, then my life is a mess.
That's why I like coming to the radio station, because it's all organized.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
All right.
So I
But
be
it's
like,
all
Uncle
nice
Bobby
and
got it together. I got to get some tips from Uncle Bobby, because he got a whole lot in there. He keeps it all together. So everything has its place.
Right.
Like, don't be touching my stuff. No, I'm just saying.
Exactly.
What's
All
next?
right, number 2, to lose weight. You know what? That ain't never been. I just want to be healthy.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is and whatever that looks like. Now I don't want to be a fatty patty, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do try to just kind of hold it together and keep it where it needs to be.
Pastor Caperi, he said, mess room, mess mind. It sounds about right.
Pastor Compare, that's what they said. I ain't say it. That's what they said.
What's that? That's number 2. So the number 1. This is number 1.
Number 1.
New Year's resolution for the people around the world is, drum roll,
And
please.
you done already said it. Exercise more.
Exercise more.
You know, you talk about them folks in the gym.
They
in there. Oh, I gotta get it. And week 2, they out. They done fell off.
One problem I don't have, I will go work. Look,
You're disciplined.
When I was 21, I weighed 210. I'm 50, I weigh 210. I fluctuate about 5 pounds either way.
Like,
but I stay right there.
Yeah.
As much, but I can't go up 50, 100.
Yeah.
You got to be careful in these streets, man.
You do.
All right, because let's roll through these. What we got? We're going to roll through these upcoming events, and we'll hit the other stuff next week.
You know what? I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but TikTok has been banned for the U.S. House of Representatives. Yeah. Did y'all know that? All government. All government.
TikTok is
yes,
banned?
TikTok is banned.
So all these people that want to become TikTok famous?
Yeah.
It's going to be a little
if you
bit
got
tougher.
a government device, you ain't doing it.
You can't use
it. It says U.S. House of Representatives has ordered its staff to delete TikTok from any House-issued mobile devices and forbidden them to download it in the future.
Wow.
They said that there is they're concerned about the office's cybersecurity,
right,
and found that TikTok to be a high risk to users due to the number of security risks.
Man, you think that's overkill? Probably.
No, well, maybe it may be, but so they said that. So what TikTok is saying in response to that is that they do not store data
Right.
And so, and they don't share data with, because it's a company out of China that actually owns TikTok.
Right.
And so the concern is that China is getting our information from, if you are a government official, then they would be able to access government information.
That makes sense.
And so they're like, nah, we're not going to be doing that. And guess what? So our Governor Stitt, has now banned state government agencies and employees and contractors on government networks and government issued devices, including state issued cell phones, computers, and any other device capable of internet service. TikTok is banned on those as well.
Man, I worked for the state for 5 years. I'm not trying to be TikTok famous, but that's serious stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to see what we might have to come back to that next week. See what these kids, because everybody want to be TikTok famous.
Right.
A lot of people going to be non-famous.
That was at the house on Christmas. That's the kids TikToking. And now Langston and OSU.
Langston
and OU have banned TikTok.
OU. I know OU did.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, y'all get your counseling out. Go and see your therapist, because I know some of y'all been doing TikTok. People be up doing TikToks all day, every day.
Yes.
So get your therapy. You're going to be all right. Something else will come up, so just hang in there.
Right. We're going to see what's going down. All right, upcoming events. So World One Development is looking for volunteers to help serve the community. If you would like to volunteer or need community service hours, you can give us a call at 918-380-1493, or you can email me at damali.wilson@world1.com, or you can inbox us on Facebook Messenger at World One Development. And don't forget, we're also going to be starting our missions for Uganda. So make sure you stay tuned in and locked in, okay? Don't forget, if you're looking to have an event, the 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. You can give us a call at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. Fitting Back In is still taking registrations for justice-involved individuals, past or present, here in Tulsa County for job training programs that will yield living wage jobs. Classes have already started, but it's not too late to sign up. You can contact Christy Williams at kristi.williams@fittingbacktulsa.org, or you can give us a call at 918-592-3500 to sign up. We're here to help justice-involved individuals thrive. Oasis Fresh Market is open 8 o'clock a.m. until 9 o'clock p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 8 o'clock a.m. 9 p.m. on Sundays. So make sure you stop by for all of your grocery needs. A children's fund has been set up for the surviving children of our dear friend Sherry Gamble Smith. You can donate at www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/honoring Sherry. Keeping It Real Band, you heard them on the show today. They're going to be hosting their annual New Year's Eve party at the 36th Street North Event Center, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Tickets can be purchased at Ralph's Menswear, or you can call Kevin Keys, aka Big Country, at 918-927-6134. The tickets are $30 for singles, $50 for couples, and $250 for a table of 8. There will be a cash bar, there will be food, so you guys can go and enjoy yourselves.
Your deadline to get your ticket is Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. The tickets will be more at the door, and trust me, it's going to be packed.
$40 at the door, so you want to get that $30 ticket.
I'm going to do that $30, save that 10.
Okay. Dreamwood New Year's Eve party. You heard Dr. View and you heard Kelsey talking about it. It's going to take place at the Skyline Mansion at 829 North Denver Avenue. The tickets are $30. There's going to be performances by T-Rush, Young Quan, K.O., OTSJ Huncho, sounds by Dr. View, sponsored by Build in Tulsa, Fire in Little Africa, and Dreamwood.
Man, that's going to be a good party, both of them. So show up and show out.
All right, so those of you who answered the history trivia question, here's the question again, and I'll give you the answer. So the Black History Trivia question for today was: the first woman bank president of any race to charter a bank in the United States was A, Angela J. Field, B, which is what you said,
right,
Annie Turnbow Malone, C, Mary Eliza Mahoney, or D, Maggie L. Walker.
The answer is
Maggie L. Walker. That is going to be number D. I think Uncle Brian got it right. He was one of
He did. He said D.
Folks. Yeah, he
Shout
said
out to
D.
Uncle Brian. We're going to have some gifts going out for these, for answering these trivia. We want to get y'all warmed up first, but in 2023, we'll be sending something your way.
Yeah, and I'll just tell you, so we don't have time to go through all this, but I will tell you that
Miss Walker actually started the bank in 1902. Well, no, sorry. 1902, she established a newspaper, and then in 1903, she founded the St. Luke Penny Savings Bank.
Penny Savings
She
Bank.
served as the bank's first president, which earned her recognition for being the first African-American woman to charter a bank in the United States. Later, she agreed to serve as chairman of the board of directors, and the bank merged with two other Richmond banks to become the Consolidated Bank and Trust. And until 2009, the bank thrived as the oldest continually African-American operated bank in the United States of America.
That is your Black History Trivia question answer.
Maggie
Big
L.
stuff.
Walker.
Hey, shouts out to her.
Okay, birthdays. December 29th, Joshua Edwards over at JSU.
Hey.
Yes.
Well,
And
happy
he's
birthday,
a juice
Josh.
member.
And he's part of the Juice radio show, and he graduated from JSU, and he the president. Hey, the Juice produced some big ones. Make sure you
Okay.
always support.
All right, and December 30th, Shada Brown. Now, there's a lot of people on December
lot of
30th. Shada Brown, Chris Staten, who was your barber, Mario Choice,
My partner.
yeah, and Kiana Smith.
Wow.
All have birthdays on the 30th.
That is crazy.
January 1st,
Hey.
Kaylin Robertson.
Hey, hope.
Uh-oh.
Khalil's birthday. December
Khalil's
31st.
birthday is the 31st.
New Year's Eve. That's
It
right.
is
Happy
your
birthday.
son.
Yep,
Happy birthday,
yep.
Khalil. All right, January 2nd, Gresha Lewis, one of the Magnificent Seven.
What's going on, Gresha? Happy birthday.
Yes, and then January 3rd, Armani Reed.
Hey, that's our one right there, huh?
Hey, and if you guys, any of you teenagers out there listening, or parents, if you have a teenager that is not doing nothing and you need to get them involved in
Get 'em
something,
busy.
the Juice Radio Show is looking for kids 9th to 12th grade. They're having open enrollment for 2023. You can contact Trey Eaton at 832-286-8069. Again, that's 832-286-8069. The Juice Radio Show does some phenomenal things. You'll get to learn with Uncle Bobby and, the crew in here about radio broadcasting. They take some great field trips, educational field trips. So it's not just going, they go to like
Local, they get
Atlanta.
on the road.
Yeah, and they get to go to, they went to BET. Didn't y'all go to BET? Or Tyler Perry. Y'all went to the Tyler Perry studios. And went to Memphis. So they actually get out and do some things. So it's you learn here inside the studio, but then you also take that knowledge and go to other places and see how it works real world. So if your kids are 9th grade, 12th grade, they're looking for something to do, or you're looking for something to do to get them off the couch and video games, Juice Radio Show.
Just like that. We'll post the information on our Facebook. Gary out of the Bay Area.
Hey.
Said, what's up? Welcome to the show, man. He said, what's up, y'all? What's up, Gary?
That's awesome. Okay, so don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That is World One Development, Edgerec Youth and Family Fund Center, 36th Street North Event Center, or Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Program. You can hit us up on Instagram as well. We have under all of those platforms.
I just want to say a quick thank you to all of our listeners from all around the world in with us today for our special guest, Kevin Keys, a.k.a. Big Country, and Miss V.
Yes.
We done spoke enough about the event that's going on. Also, Dr. View and Miss Kelsey Davis, they came in. So we thank you so much. My secret listeners out there,
we see y'all.
We love y'all too. Uncle Bobby, thank you for steering the ship for us today. Safe travels for JB on that road. Damali.
Yes.
Good job today, but we got to get out of here.
Gotta go.
Guess what, man? It's a nice radio station over here. Y'all got to get back here to get by here to see it. And as you come by to see it, please understand that you need to donate to Eden Media Services to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to Eden Media Services to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We moving on up, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been news you can use with your boy Charles Harper. That's me.
And Damali Wilson. That's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
If you would like to promote or advertise your events or business on our show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development's news you can use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this organization, committee, or other group or individual associated with KBOB 89.9. This is World One Development's news you can use.